Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I hope you guys are doing pretty good. Now, let me just set the premise of this particular video. In this particular video, we will be talking about how is AI changing the SDET career and what you should be doing now so that you can actually thrive in this entire AI era.
For the last few years, every January has started with the same headline, the year of layoffs. This is the largest layoff in the history of TCS, which brings us to the question, is artificial intelligence behind all of these layoffs?
Now, a couple of days back, one of the subscribers reached out to me over LinkedIn and she said that, Jatin, I'm really scared of this whole Claude Code thing. Companies are now using AI assistants so that they can generate and write code fast. With the AI tools, testing has become much more easier. People are able to write test cases. They are able to generate playwright test scripts so quickly that I don't know whether I will be having the job in the next 3 to 4 years. Now, the thing over here lies, if you have been working in IT for some time, you know that we have something which is the software development life cycle, right? The SDLC. Now, because of this entire AI thing, what has happened is that the entire SDLC is getting disrupted. Previously, we were having defined roles of who is going to do what. Developer is going to write the code, tester is going to do the testing, as well as you have your DevOps team. DevOps team is going to be responsible for the entire deployment. And you have the business analyst or the product owner who is technically going to work on the business side, technically getting requirements from the customers. Now, with AI coming into picture, all these roles, guys, are going to get disrupted now. They are going to get collided. The boundaries are going to get dissolved now. So if you think that if you are a developer and you're good with React, you are going to have a very safe career, it's not going to happen. If you feel you're a tester and you think that you have a solid control knowledge on your Selenium WebDriver, Playwright and all, and you will be able to survive in this IT industry, it's not going to happen. So what is going to be the new role? Now, what I'm predicting, is completely based on my experience. The thing over here is, I feel that all these roles are going to be collided. They are going to get merged. Now, if you are a developer, you should be good with your testing fundamentals. If you are a tester, you should be able to understand the source code as well as understand the deployment cycles. That is going to play a very important role. Along with that, one of the most important thing is going to be the domain knowledge. Let me tell you one interesting story that happened. Couple of days back, I was working on a side project which was for the domain EdTech. And to be honest, since I've been working in the EdTech industry for some time, I'm well versed with this particular domain. And I had to create a complete application from the scratch. Now, because I'm having the knowledge of the entire EdTech domain and I have a pretty decent knowledge in React, as well as I'm well versed with my testing fundamentals, I was able to build the entire application from scratch in a matter of 2 weeks. I'm going to create a dedicated video on that. But here's the thing, guys. I was only able to do that because I was having a very solid knowledge on how the feature needs to work, what needs to be tested, and throughout the entire journey of creating that particular application, I was testing it thoroughly. So even if the AI was generating the code, I was cross-checking the entire code which was generated by the AI. Along with that, I was also making sure that I was testing the application from the front end. I was testing the application from back end manually. Because here's the thing, guys, you can't really have a complete confidence on the AI code. Because there are stories, there are articles which you might have read somewhere down the lane over the internet that the employees, the developers got fired, okay, because they accepted the code which was generated by the AI. So if AI is going to generate the code, there is going to be someone who is going to own the code, right? So it's always going to be you guys. So here's the thing, guys. Now we are living in this world, which is a very interesting time, because mediocrity in your work is not going to be something which companies are going to accept. You have to have a complete knowledge in not only in your tech stack, but also in your domain. Are you getting the point? Along with that, DevOps is also going to play a very important role. So yes, I am looking at something which is really an interesting role, where a person needs to be good with its logical as well as programming skill set. Along with that, they should be good in their testing skill set. Okay, as well as they should have solid but decent knowledge in your DevOps tool stack. And domain knowledge is going to become completely non-negotiable. Now, there is one more interesting thing which is there. The interesting thing over here, guys, is that even though companies are using AI tools, okay, interviews are mostly technical. So interviews are happening as if it's today 2016 or 2017. So if you are someone who is giving interviews, let's say you are technically giving interviews as an SDET, okay, or an automation tester, you should have good knowledge on your Selenium WebDriver, Playwright, your API testing. All those things are still mandatory. You are going to be judged on those knowledge and those skills that you really can't run away from that. Also, if you guys are giving interviews, please make sure that you build projects. Again and again, I'm repeating this particular stuff, because if you're not building projects, okay, in today's time, and you just say that you have done some Udemy certification, or you have just have learned something from somewhere, it's not going to create a very good impression. The competition these days are cutthroat. For one role of your automation tester or SDET, or even for DevOps and all, okay, for one role, there are thousands of people applying for that role. And now you have these ATS softwares which actually checks whether your resume, whether you are someone fit for a particular role or not. So you have to make sure that your resume should speak, okay, in such a way that you are someone who's fitting for that particular role. A lot of you guys say that, like, Jatin, I'm not getting a job call and all. And I think in one of the past videos, I have given you a resume template, which most of the student of the SDET Masterclass use that one. And right now in the SDET Masterclass, there are around 520 students. Out of those 520 students, around 75% of the students have already been able to change their job in a very short period of time. So please make sure, guys, you follow that particular resume template. It is going to be very useful for you guys. I'm going to put that particular link in the description section. So yes, what I'm looking now for the entire AI era is going to be 4 major pillars, which is going to be important for your entire career, which is going to be logical and programming. The second one is going to be domain knowledge, which is again non-negotiable. Then, guys, you should be good with your DevOps. Okay, learn at least the basic things. You should focus on your cloud technologies. You should be aware of how to use your Jenkins. You should be aware of the various CI tools. That's going to be something which is going to be helpful for you. And obviously, your testing strategies, your testing tools, these are going to play a very important role. And one extra thing, guys, which I really want to talk about is AI usage. I'm not talking about AI tools. I'm talking about AI usage. These days, you'll find a lot of articles, a lot of videos, which technically talks about how to write a good prompt and all those stuff. But what I've noticed over there is, even when people are using AI tools, let's say you're using Claude Code, most of the time, the token usage gets exhausted very quickly. You are completely using the entire tokens reserved for your particular plant. So you should be someone who understand when to use AI to write the code. And for small changes, small enhancement, it would be better that you do it by yourself. Okay, so that you are saving tokens here and there. So yes, prompting is again going to be very important. Token usage, if you're able to minimize it, you know how to make sure that you don't overuse the token, because I have seen and read so many articles where companies used to use AI Claude code so much that their token and the Claude code billing used to be very, very high. So obviously we are going to have some mechanism, some new roads that I'm able to see, where someone is going to be working closely to make sure that your token usage is going to be less for these AI tools. So if you're able to do that, if you know how it's going to be done, you are going to be an asset to your organization. So these are the things which I personally feel. And yeah, that's it for this particular video. If you guys are interested in the SDET masterclass, the link for that particular stuff is also going to be in the description section. Now I'm going to see you guys in some other video. If you want me to cover any particular topic, feel free to comment it down in this particular video. I'll be happy to cover it off in the future videos. That's it for this one. Take care. Bye-bye.